We went riding at Bogs and Boulders last weekend. The bike got a little muddy. There's only so much you can do with the hoses at the mud park. Go ahead and clean it. First and most obvious thing you should do first is pre-soak this with some sort of degreaser or mud buster. By the looks of this, you guys can probably see, you know, what brand I'm using. But we're gonna get this thing soaked down with some degreaser to break off all this grease and mud. Before we even get started, I'm not gonna be cleaning the back wheels. I'll pressure wash them off, but I'm not gonna really like super clean it because I have a brand new back set that I'm gonna be throwing on probably tomorrow. Let us start breaking down some of this grease and mud. You know, hook up the pressure washer and start going at it. We are just finishing up with the first rinse down after the degreaser. Yes, I know I'm wearing different clothes. I had an appointment to get to, so it is the next day. We have this four-wheeler mostly cleaned off. A lot of the mud is off of this thing. You want to make sure that you're getting into every nook and cranny, like underneath these fender flares. Shoot a beam from the pressure washer underneath there, clean out all the mud. So we got it all rinsed down. We're gonna grab the foam cannon and foam this thing down. This bike is looking absolutely amazing. Better than it looked when I first picked this thing up. When I first bought it, I did a quick little wash, but I didn't really go in depth with that. Look at that. Didn't really go in depth with cleaning it. You know, I just did a quick pressure wash because there's a little bit of moss on it. And then, you know, I just started riding this thing. I never really took the time to go ahead and clean this thing, but it is looking absolutely amazing. Once this thing dries off, I have a secret weapon that will help keep this thing clean and make it easier to clean in the future. All right, we got the bike nice and dry, and it is time to protect this thing to make it easier to clean in the future, and that is with some trim coat ceramic wipes. So I've used these before on some black trim, which this is usually meant for black trim. As you can see, trim coating. It's meant to bring black trim back to black. It is some of the best stuff that I've used hands down compared to all the other wipe-on creams and stuff like that to make your plastics back to black. I'm going to use this on the plastics, and I'm also going to use it on the entire bike. It shouldn't hurt anything. You wipe it on and let it sit and let it dry, and you are protected. So I'm going to go ahead and use some of these wipes and wipe the entire bike down, all the plastics, the seat, the fuel tank, and we'll see how this thing turns out. So of course this is a trim coating, so I want to show you on black trim pieces like these fender flares. So not only does it make it black like right away, it stays that black once it dries. You can hit this thing with degreaser, bug and tar remover, whatever you throw at it, it will stay black like this up to 200 washes, which I highly doubt that. But even if it only lasts, you know, 10 rides, you get your money's worth out of these wipes. So look at that. That is absolutely insane, and it's going to stay that black. So we're going to do this whole bike like this. Like I said, not only the plastics or the black trim, but we're gonna do the plastics as well. Oh my god, dude, it's bringing the dullness right out of that plastic and making it shiny again. These wipes are absolutely amazing. I love these things. Now, before you go out and try this on your own, you might want to try a little spot to begin with, so you know what it's gonna do to your bike. You know, they always recommend you do a tiny inconspicuous spot just to see how it's gonna turn out before you do the whole thing. But this thing is turning out absolutely amazing. I freaking love these wipes. I will leave a link in the description below where you can pick these up on Amazon. And like I said before, I do receive a small commission from it. So if you guys want to help out the channel, go ahead and hit that link. Holy crap, guys, this bike turned out absolutely amazing, especially with all those ceramic wipes. You can use as much or as little as you want. Just make sure you do overlapping passes. I use 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. This thing turns out absolutely amazing. It looks so good, and when it dries, that ceramic dries, it's gonna stay black like that, and it's gonna help protect this whole bike. Like, sheesh, guys. Man, this thing turned out so good. There y'all go. That's how I clean my bike after a muddy ride at an ATV park. This thing turned out absolutely amazing. I love those ceramic wipes. The way that I wash this thing only takes a few hours. It could take even less if you're just going to use degreaser and a pressure washer. But every once in a while, I like cleaning my bike to get it looking like new. And this thing absolutely looks like new, except for the scratches all over the place. But if you guys like this video, you guys want to see more four-wheeler content, we're going to have a lot more put out. We're going to put some new back tires on in the next video. So definitely subscribe for that. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Dippin' Diesel out.